Hello, y'all. It's me again. It's been a long time. Well, not too long. It's been about 4.5 months. I've been traveling in Europe for a while, going to catch up with what's going on the other side of the world. Um, I spent some time in Morocco and Portugal and Spain, meeting a lot of interesting people, finding out a lot about myself, and it's just been a wild ride. um, One thing I did want to share was uh, in regards to like everything that I have been afforded while I was gone. I personally found that it was so remarkable as I traveled to meet all these wonderful, interesting people. And no matter how far away I was from all these people, I would get somewhere and I could just link into people that were kind of on the same wavelength as myself. Um, it's amazing how, no matter where we are in the world, we all seem to be on the same wavelength. We all understand what's going on. We all are being downloaded the same type of information. However, our life experience is totally different. Like how we come to that realization or how we all understand that idea is something that I personally can't explain. I mean, to have people from, let's say, the Arabic nations and then from like Latin nations and have them all kind of, we all don't speak the same language, but we're all universally somehow learning how to express that we all are on this thinking, you know. I mean, like, I'll give you an example. Like, my cousin came to meet up with me in Portugal. Now, she's been in Africa for about a year and a half helping the children. And we met up and we haven't seen each other for so long. And we're just sitting there going back and forth, back and forth. Well, obviously, she's from my family. So I guess our link's a lot stronger in terms of, like, as a family link of consciousness. But for her to be in Africa, you know, and then me being in Portugal, and then us uniting, and then being on the same wavelength, and people looking at us saying, "How do you guys? Did you guys script this? Like, how do you guys know the same things?" And her looking at me and me laughing, and her laughing, just saying, "Well, you know, we're seeing it in our own mind's eye." You know, like she's going through totally different experiences than I am, and yet we're on the same page. And I found that very interesting throughout all the people I met, young, old. They are all in the same, I guess, schematic in a sense. We're all being downloaded the same information. I mean, ideally, some have more understanding of their higher, some don't. Some understand processing, some understand that the dream state is actually revealing a law within the 3D realm. And I just wanted to share like how greatly, like how much I feel like we're going to like battle this together. And I don't even mean it like a battle, like, well, you know, we're going head to head, but I mean like it seems like unanimously, like even though underlyingly we don't think that the world is changing, we don't think that we're all coming together. We are. It's so amazing and like beautiful to see how this intricate like working is happening. Like I never understood the concept of consciousness. I mean, not to say that I don't understand it. I mean, I can't fully grasp it even at this point. But realistically, it's like something so beautiful to have this connection with people that I've never even met, or to have this connection with people that I still have not yet met. I mean, it's not to say that we haven't met in another life, but it's just so intriguing and so awesome that we all connect somehow, you know, and that's kind of what I'm trying to express. That no matter how badly you feel like the world's going, or how badly you think you're doing, whatever judgment you're putting on yourself in terms of what you think you should be doing at this time, I feel like this cosmic plan is all working in this most beautiful and awesome way. And I can't even express the joy I feel from seeing this. You know, for so long I felt like I was lost, I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. And personally, I feel like I have been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I might not be, you know, moving mountains, but my little contributions or my grand contributions have made all the difference to some people in their life, you know what I mean? And they've done vice versa for me. Like I might not be doing something so like gigantic in some people's views, but I personally believe that I am doing something very worthwhile because I just to see how people react to me and just to see how people like thank me and I mean it tears me up that like I feel like I'm not doing anything. But when I get those people that are like, you know what, you were there for me in a hard time and you really were my angel in a sense, like you took the time to hear me out and you really tried to get me through that hard time. You know, I think that I'm not doing anything, but at the same time, maybe I am. Maybe we all are. We don't know what our life is going to afford us. We have no idea what our greatest gifts and accomplishments may be. Maybe we're all striving to get there, but I just want to say to everybody, all my brothers and sisters out there, like, just do what you do. Just do what you think you can do. You know, like, no one's going to be sitting there breathing down your neck other than yourself. And I am so much of a breather. Like, I've been breathing on my own neck for so long. But just little things have been getting to me. Like I didn't realize how big of a difference I've made, and I think I need to like give my proverbial pat on the back. And I mean, there's so much more that I'm going to be doing. I mean, I haven't figured out exactly what it is, but I know that it stems from helping people. Like the compassion that I have afforded myself, I guess in a sense, and the way I don't take things so seriously, and I don't. I mean, I'm not saying this in a hypocritical way. I mean, I really don't really judge people. I mean, I can't understand where they're coming from in a sense. Like, I don't know what it's like to live their life. However, I can sit there and be that sympathetic ear that they might not be afforded. And if that's my little contribution, then I'm going to keep doing it. And as for processing, if you guys aren't familiar with processing, um, it's it's hard to explain, but I'll give it a shot. Um, you may see it in your regular day life, or you might be going through it in dream time. For me, I feel like I'm going through a lot of it in dream time because at this point, I still have a blockade. Um, I still haven't come to my full potential, and therefore, without being in my full potential, I may not be seeing it as much as I should be in 3D. However, in my dream time, I'm definitely processing a lot. I mean, my dreams at this point are no longer just sporadic, random occurrences and ideas. It seems like my dream time is an actual life outside of this life. And it's like I can pick up where I left off. I see some people that are recurring over and over again. And I feel like there seems to be certain underlying truths that keep coming through in my dreams. And I mean, I'm not someone who could, profess exactly what it is that I'm doing in those dream times. I just feel like I'm always striving to do something. I'm always trying to get through these barriers. I'm always trying to either fight something or I'm always trying to uncover something about myself. Because they all seem to have these hidden messages within the story. It's just like Aesop's fables, like there's the underlying meaning. But I mean, I probably have a lot of bad karma or good karma to work on. But I just think that if you start writing down your dreams, it starts to help a lot, and you'll start to notice that there's patterns. There's a lot of patterns. I mean, if you're somebody who's very logical and needs proof of everything, I think that might be one way to start it off because I found by writing down my dreams and writing down everything I can remember, the more I did that and I tried to like sit in that memory and try to hold on to that thought was when I started realizing that, I could hold on to 5 minutes or 10 minutes or it just kept going and going. So I personally think that if we all start writing down our dreams, it'll help us break through here as well. But I can't say that it's everybody's. you know, everybody's going to be doing it. But I can personally say that it's one of the best things I've done since I've started. It has helped me see some things more clearly within this life. And I just want to say I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of everybody. Like, we're really doing something great. And I mean, even though I could be kicking myself for eternity, I'm so sick of kicking myself. You know, I'm sick of pretending that what I'm doing isn't enough. I just want to be happy, and I hope everybody understands what I mean by that. Like, we just have to be thankful for who we are, what we are, and even if you think like what you're doing isn't monumental, it is. Because this idea of consciousness is so subtle sometimes. It's it's amazing how everybody seems to be on the same path. And it wasn't done in some big huge wave, it was done in this short little burst. So if you think that what you're doing isn't monumental and it's insignificant, those little insignificant things, those things that you don't think are important to someone else. And that's all we came here for, you know? We all came to help each other and share what I'm not trying to keep up with the time. We're trying to share what we are, you know, in this form. And I just want us to all like love who we are. And I mean, it's not easy to love yourself. I think that's the first conquest. But the more we love what we do and the more we love ourselves, the closer we'll get to knowing who we truly are, at least in this form. And I mean, it's gonna happen. I have no doubt anymore that we're gonna make it. And if you wonder what make it means, so does everybody else. I mean, genuinely, I feel like everybody feels like this huge shift happening or this small shift happening, whatever way you want to look at it. And it is a shift. I mean, personally, there's so many different ideas out there. Like, okay, yes, there's a planetary shift, there's a consciousness shift, but, you know, everybody kind of, they try to keep putting a finger on, like, exactly what it is, and they can't do it. Because I don't think we're meant to know. I think with, you know, trying to attain, trying to reach, is what's going to make us realize what we are and who we are. Because if we don't have that carrot in front of us dangling, you know, as humans, I don't think we would succeed as well as we have. So genuinely, I mean, some people are fearful and thinking it's the end of the world. Some people are thinking it's the beginning of the world. Does it really matter? As long as we're perpetuating greatness and goodness and maybe making a transition into something better, a world without government, a world with one government, a world with no government, whatever the case may be, you know, communized living where everybody just like fends for themselves in a community versus being a consumer race. I don't know. I just think I feel like whatever it is, it's an emotion towards greatness. And even if none of this happens, at least we're doing something to, you know, be prosperous, like to have some type of prosperity for our children and our children's children. You know, everybody's thinking of something so grand, and it's like, why can't we do this without a huge payoff in the end? You know. But that's all I really wanted to share, and I just want to say I love everybody, and I'm glad to be back home. And I feel like there's so much more that is going to come, you know, for me, for everyone else. But I just wanted to say it's so great that we're doing such a great job. And that's all I wanted to say. I had an awesome time, and I just loved everybody that I met. And I hope I continue to keep meeting all these great people, and I'm sure that I will. Because as long as you put that positive love out there and you just love what you do and who you are, you will, you know, attract it. Absorb it like a sponge. Not to say that you don't get bad people, you do. But even then, you can still learn from the negativity. Because you can, you got both. You need both. And the negative people, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're still good in there. And if you just kind of sideswipe everything else they're doing, you still have to see that they're good people inside. They were once a child. They were once this beautiful life, and over time, the way their life unraveled just kind of, jaded them or did whatever. And it's not to say that we should write these people off. We need to embrace them, just like we embrace the good. We need to embrace the bad, the negative, the positive. It's all part of one idea. So that's all I wanted to say. I just miss being on YouTube and connecting and sharing with people this way. So I just wanted to say hello. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.